Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to speedrun the takedown. I'm going to tell you every little tip, secret, everything I know from speedrunning and playing the Maliwan Takedown over 1,000 times. I know all of the spawns and how to trigger each section and each gate. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. I posted a gear guide for all of the best gear in the game with a ton of different options for every single type of weapon you could run. I'm going to be linking that video down below. So this is going to be part 2 to that series. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, go ahead and if you guys could please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Borderlands 3 Maliwan Takedown speedrunning content. I got you guys. But let's really get into it now. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm just going to do a run through of the takedown and I'm going to explain every single point and spawn. First thing that's going to happen is we're going to come across these ratch. You just want to completely skip these. Don't waste your ammo on the ratch. What you want to do is take out these guys on the bridge. I think most of you already know this, but I'm sure there's some people who don't. As soon as you kill these 3 guys on the bridge, this gate will open. Okay, now we actually don't have to kill any of these guys right here. It's not required at all. The guys that spawn right here, and usually there's a jetpack guy, you have to kill these guys to get the Kraken door to open. Every time the Kraken door doesn't open, it's because I didn't take one of these guys out. And then there's one more guy right here we have to take out. And then after that, usually I believe we have to kill the badass heavyweights. So like this one here shouldn't matter. And then there's jetpack guys. And once you kill the badass heavyweights and the jetpack guys, that should be it. But mainly after you kill those spawns that I pointed out that were right here and the one up here, these are all required to kill. Look, the doors are already open even. You pretty much just want to mob after that. But those guys are required, like just straight up. And look at that. If you guys watched my weapon guide, I talked about wildcard weapons to bring with you. We just completely one-shot that Kraken with our Scourge. So yeah, you guys see how fast we got through that? And it's because I know exactly which spawns to kill. You know what I mean? So I know what I'm doing. So we get down to the Valkyries. You just have to deplete one of their shields. Now, I'm going to stop after and tell you guys about the mob spawns. But basically, if you kill every single mob, you don't have to wait for that Valkyrie phase. So like, as soon as this guy dies, the Valkyrie comes. I'm actually just going to Scourge it. It's going to be easier. So basically, if you kill all of the mobs, the next Valkyrie will spawn immediately, instead of you having to wait. So see, as soon as the last mob died, our Valkyrie spawned. And I actually want to deplete his shield a little bit before I Scourge. Alright, sorry guys, I'm lagging a little bit, but it's going to be fine. Because I can explain everything to you still. As soon as all these mobs are dead, the next spawn is going to happen. So you can do this with a redistributor. I actually didn't want to use a redistributor because there are some people who are saying like, you know, you have to use a takedown weapon to beat the takedown. We're just using brainstormers, Scourges. This stuff has been in the game for a long time. Alright, well, somehow those missed. That's fine. Oh, I missed that one too. It's all good, guys. There we go. And then the last spawn of enemies right here. So once I actually kill all the Krakens, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how these spawns work. It's the same 4 spawns every single time. Oh nice, they all went up there, so that should actually finish them. One more for good measure? Yeah. Alright. So basically, like I showed you guys, as soon as all the mobs are dead, you can basically skip Valkyrie phases that way. The dogs always spawn right here. Then a badass commando and a couple troops always spawn right here. Then usually 2 heavyweights and then a couple troops spawn up here. And finally, a bunch of shielded troops spawn right at this truck. So you have the truck, you have the dogs, and then you have these two spawns. Now, what I usually do is I stand right here when I'm speedrunning. That way, I can just, you know, I'm ready for whoever shows up. I was using the nukem during my speedrun, and I literally just nuked the spot. You can usually see the anchor land, and you can shoot before they even show up sometimes, and they'll still take damage if you're really, like, on point. So now this next part, you pretty much just have to kill all of the mobs. Kind of unfortunately, it's annoying. But there actually is a trick to get through this part faster. Now, I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm just going to kill all the mobs as they come. But basically what you want to do, see how the red dot guys spawn from up above? You can actually like pre-shoot scored shots up there. You can shoot nukems up there. You can basically kill those guys before they ever come down, and you can trigger the spawns faster. Basically, every time you kill someone, the next spawn will trigger. And that's what gets you through this area faster. Now, I'm just like giving you guys a tutorial, so I'm just going to kill everyone with the brainstormer. It's just going to be simpler. But normally, if you guys watch my takedown run, and even Garwood's takedown run, we both shot the nukem up there because we both kind of figured that trick out. Alright, and once everyone's dead, we get to move on. Now, I'm actually going to go buy ammo because I wasted all my brainstormer ammo. Look, we already only have 130 left. Now, there is actually a skip to this area that I'm going to tell you guys about. Moxie made a video about this, so I didn't figure this out. He did. The very first two guys that spawn, if you kill these two guys and then you jump off the map, you want to jump like this way. If you kill the very first two guys and jump off the map, then this gate will open immediately. Now keep in mind you have to jump off where I was looking at, like you have to jump past the gate. Okay, so now I should mention I'm skipping straight to the bridge. Now for this final gate to open, you can actually ignore pretty much everyone. You just have to kill these death spheres, and you have to kill the dogs, and you have to kill everything that spawns over here. Now the death spheres are the most important. You want to stand by the death sphere spawns, and you want to finish them like fast. Because these like fly everywhere. And then you have to kill all the dogs. So yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Now, a bunch of stuff's gonna spawn all at once. And you have to kill these guys too. Pretty much everything that spawns back here, you have to kill. I've completely ignored the guys in the front sometimes. Now, what's actually weird enough is sometimes I've came and I've killed all these guys so fast that I do actually have to shoot a guy in the front to continue the spawns. But as long as you're killing everything at a good pace, like all the spawns back here, you can completely ignore those guys in the front, from my experience. Pull out my single target weapon against the Hackhound because they're super annoying. And see, we killed the death spheres, and then we killed the spawns back here, and look, these doors are open. So that's what I mean. There's a lot of the takedown you can actually just skip, like completely. It's gonna be an easy kill. So like, I wasn't trying to speedrun the takedown just now, and we're already at Wotan. I feel like we're probably coming up on 10 minutes or under, and that was with me stopping back at the Valkyries, and stuff like that. Yeah, we're under 10 minutes right now, and that was with me stopping and explaining stuff to you guys. So I've used the same 4 weapons the entire time. I haven't even pulled out my Cutsman because this is only for Wotan's shield. And this is what I was talking about. I'm actually waiting for my action skills to wear off. But this is what I was talking about in my my weapons video, is you just want a weapon for bossing. You want a single target mobbing weapon, and like for the heavier single targets, or for the bigger mobs, you want a single target weapon for them. Then you want a mobbing weapon, like the Brainstormer is probably one of my favorites now. And now I'm going to tell you guys how each Wotan phase works. So basically, you guys can rewatch my Nukem video to see this. But actually, if you kill all these phases fast enough, no mobs will spawn. You can actually skip these very first mobs if you're fast enough. Now, I unfortunately don't even have a single target corrosive weapon really equipped. So, you want to kill his shield phases very fast. The ballistas normally would spawn right there. If you don't. Now, one other trick I have for you guys, see these death spheres? I was a little bit slow, but if you actually brainstorm him, you can just finish the death spheres quick. Now, see, it only took one scored shot to finish that phase, but yeah. Once you take care of his health up there, he jumps right down. Now, I'm actually going to brainstorm to get my action skills back up. Okay, so that first shield phase doesn't matter. This second shield phase does. You want to have an actual shock bossing weapon if you don't want Krakens to spawn. Krakens will spawn at halfway through his shield if you don't like one-shot it. Okay, see, we one-shot it, so the Krakens didn't spawn. I believe there's also a timer as well. I'm not 100% sure about that. Now, unfortunately, I didn't bring a good single target weapon for Wotan's head. So I'm just going to try to scourge it. It looks like I missed. Let's just finish him real quick. Look at that. Now, yeah, so I'm just going to try to scourge it, and hopefully it works. You can hit him with the projectile weapons, but normally you would want something like a dictator. Like, for sure. Oh. Oh, I glitched it out. Alright, so there's actually a way to unglitch it. See how I'm doing damage right in this area? I'm not going to be able to unglitch it with a brainstormer. You can actually find a little damage marker. It might actually be too late. If you, oh, here it is, this thing right here. If you destroy this, it'll actually kill the head after it glitches out. I don't think I'm going to be, yeah, see how it disappeared? Oh no, it's still there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with the brainstormer. Yeah, it disappeared. But yeah, if you actually destroy that, it will stop the head from glitching out. But look at that, guys. I was literally teaching you guys, and I still cleared the takedown in like 10 minutes or something. I know we're under 15 minutes. I'll have to look at the VOD. Now, one mistake I actually did make was I didn't have my dictator equipped. I wanted to show you guys we can really get through the takedown if we stick to my guide for like which weapons to bring. You know, one bossing weapon, one single target weapon, one mobbing weapon, and one wild card. You do want a hit scan weapon for Wotan's head. Somehow we glitched it out. I don't know if one of the Scourge... It seems to glitch out with damage sometimes and stuff like that. I don't know if one of the Scourges hit it and glitched it out because I was shooting at it with my Brainstormer. That was actually kind of weird. But even a carrier is pretty good for Wotan's head. You kind of just have to aim it at him because these are kind of slow. The Stranger, I highly suggest. A Corrosive Stranger will crush Wotan's head. But yeah, I explained every single phase in this video already. If you guys follow exactly what I said about the phases and the different areas of the takedown, if there was something unclear, if you have more questions about anything, just go ahead and let me know. But that's how I sped run the takedown. I used all those tricks I told you guys about. Do you guys remember in the beginning, like with the Kraken phase, we killed the spawns I was talking about and the door opened almost immediately. We even skipped a bunch of enemies. On the bridge phase, we ran straight to the end of the bridge. We killed the death spheres as they spawned. We killed the dogs. We killed all the spawns back behind the bridge. And it skipped that part pretty fast. We got the door open actually really fast. That was actually a good time on the bridge. And yeah, the part after the Valkyries is one of the weirdest parts. If you want to go fast on the part after the Valkyries, you're going to have to use a Nukem or a Scourge and shoot it up over the ledge. Like I was talking about, where the enemies jump down from. But besides that, that was a takedown speed run. That was actually a really good time. So for an instructional video, in my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more. Like I said, leave any questions or comments down below for any of this. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Shout out to my channel members. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.